Welcome back to John and Mandy Go RVing.
So this is the Entegra Odyssey 30Z. So on the outside of this Class C, you do have a lot of storage. I don't normally see this much storage in a Class C. Now this one's for your propane. We have another storage compartment here. Another one. And then the one in the back here, you have 3 access points. It's pretty nice. In the back and the 2 sides. You could even fit a small kayak in there if you really wanted to. Plenty of space for storage in this Class C. You don't normally see. You got all your water connections and your fuel on this side, your outside shower, seamless windows. Some more access points over here for storage. And then your Onan OG or QG 4000 generator. Alright, let's check out the inside here. In the cab here you see the chair does swivel. You got your GPS connect there for your cameras and such.
This is the Odyssey 30Z. This is a floor plan, frankly, that we recently came out with, but we're finding that a lot of folks like the rear slide. The rear slide, you don't have that extended length.
Right.
Most of your slide rooms are in the living area typically, or if it's a side slide. So literally, we're giving you a 32-foot motorhome, but when that slide room goes out, you almost get a 35.5-foot motorhome,
right,
just with the extension.
Very nice.
The other thing that folks really like about this floor plan is the theater seating, and you know, a lot of times on a Class C, you got your TV up in the cab over, and this floor plan, we actually give you an entertainment center here. In the entertainment center, 50-inch TV, which you don't see in a Class C typically, and also a fireplace, which you typically don't see in a Class C motorhome. So those 2 variables, and that actually is a heating element in it too. So the nice thing, you know, a lot of folks typically they don't want to burn LP. And when they do burn LP, they're going to be using it for their range top. But the nice thing about that, if you turn that on, about 4,500 BTUs, it'll heat the whole living area without having to turn the furnace on. So, okay. Very nice feature. Up above here in the cab over, we're one of the only manufacturers. This is the Integra Odyssey. We're the only manufacturer that gives you a 1-piece gel coat cap in the cab over on all of our floor plans. But we also give you a big 32 by 80 inch window up here. And the nice thing about the window, number one, it's bonded just like your windshield. So really nice, letting obviously the sunlight come in. Typically in an RV, they're darker on the inside. But this is a nice feature here. This actually is a power shade.
Very nice.
In that power shade, what that'll do in a day like yesterday and a day like today, it's a blackout shade, so it'll also keep the heat from coming in on the window up there as well. Our cab overs on all of our Class C products, cab overs hold up to 750 pounds, so 2 adults can sleep up there. And everything we do too is aluminum cage, ABS pieces that you see up here, 110 outlets, USB ports, storage areas. So if you got kids staying up there, they got all kinds of little areas to store their stuff at. Another thing we do as far as Integra goes on all of our products, we put seat belts at every location. The nice thing about a seat belt, obviously, for children, wherever, but every one of those brackets that you see there have to pass a federally regulated pull test. And a lot of times you hear manufacturers say, well, you can't put seat belts in a rear-facing seat. You can. The problem is it just costs more money to do that. And the other thing we do on all of our dinettes, booth dinettes are standard in every one of our floor plans if it doesn't have a U-shaped dinette. And what we do is utilize storage underneath there as well.
And that's always good.
Yeah. Yep. Kitchen area, this is our new wood color for this year in the Odyssey. It's called Modern Farmhouse. So you get the whitewash cabinets. And you also have the contrast of the chocolate brown cabinets there as well. And it just gives, it lightens it up. But if you go in the bathroom area there, you'll see a more of a contrast going into the bedroom as well as the toilet room there.
Very nice.
All of our Class C's do have a fiberglass roof, which is standard on all our products. Outside, fully vacuum bonded, laminated sidewalls, laminated floor. And we upgrade the ride too. This is probably one of the quietest riding, the best handling Class C's on the market. We actually put Hellwood helper springs.
You're okay.
Hellwood helper springs on the rear axle. So what that does, a lot of manufacturers will put airbags on the back to help cushion the ride and stabilize the ride. With an airbag, a lot of times you're going to have to adjust it, and eventually you're going to get a leak in it.
Right.
What we do is give you additional springs on each side, Hellwood helper springs, and that really helps stabilize it, but also the porpoising where the rear end is not going to be bouncing as you're going down the road. So that's an upgrade we do on every one of our Class C's.
Okay. Yeah, I like how the sink here has the cutting board and the separation there. It's real nice to have.
Yeah, this, like I said, you never have enough counter space or storage. And specifically counter space in a Class C is a hot commodity. So whenever we can do that, extend the counter out, or an L-shaped counter, we do it in our floor plans, and folks really seem to like it. The other thing on our drawers that you see, we put ball bearing roller glides so you can access the full length of the drawer versus a metal drawer guide that only comes out about 2/3 of the way. So
right.
You can put longer items in there, but also these will hold up 3 times the weight of a steel roller glide as well.
Very nice. And I like the storage that's outside of this in the back. That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's one of the nice things, one of the nice features about this floor plan too, having that slide go out the back. You can access more storage on the sides, which is also a hot commodity in a Class C, is exterior storage, which you don't find that a lot.
Yeah, you can almost get away with putting a kayak in there, a small one.
Small one, yep, you sure can. Yeah, totally self-contained too. This is going to have 2 ACs on it. We do a 30 amp service on our Class C's. We give you 2 11,000 ACs. So you can run it off of 30 amp.
Yeah.
And you can also run it off your 4,000 generator too. So that's really a nice feature. A lot of times in a Class C, you have 1 AC. About everything we build anymore gets 2 ACs on it. Doesn't matter where it's going.
And that's a good thing, because I've noticed when you have just the one air condition, it's usually in this kind of an area, and then back in the bedroom it's getting real hot. And
Oh yeah.
And then doing it this way, having it in both. And also when you go south to Florida, it's so much better having those 2 air conditions.
Oh, you got that right. Yeah. Yep. I've never had anybody say, "Man, it's too cold in here." It's usually the other way around.
Right.
You can't cool it down. So.
Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And what was your name again?
Carter Yoder.
Carter Yoder.
Yep. With Integra Coach.
Well, thanks again.
You bet.
Well, it was nice of that Integra rep to show us around the 30Z. If we were to get into a Class C, I think that would be the one.